Hello everybody, welcome back to Ink to Aviation. I'm Shalaka Prasad and today we're going to talk about International Cabin Crew Day. One question I would like to ask all of you is that how many of you have actually paid attention to the safety briefing which happens before takeoff? I'm sure 9 out of 10 people watching this video would have not focused on the safety briefing. Having said that, let's find out the origin, evolution of cabin crew and why May 31st has been selected as to celebrate International Flight Attendants Day. Before we start, I also would like to wish all the cabin crew across the globe a very happy International Flight Attendants Day. Before we start, I would like to wish all the cabin crew across the globe a very happy International Flight Attendants Day. This day is to recognize your efforts in keeping our journey safe and sound. Origin and evolution of cabin crew. First cabin crew was a male cabin crew on an aircraft type German Zeppelin in the year 1911. Initially, there was no concept of cabin crews. Each passenger had to take care of themselves. They used to have briefings well before the flight. But in the year 1920, Imperial Airways of UK started the concept of cabin boys. They had 3 roles to play. One was load luggage, reassure nervous passengers, and help passengers move around along the aircraft in the interiors. In the year 1930, a 25-year-old nurse by the name Alvin Church, along with his colleague Stephen Smith, were inducted by Boeing Transport Company to perform cabin crew roles. Boeing then performed an experiment for 3 months on trial basis with 8 nurses acting as cabin crew. Initially then, to become a cabin crew, it was mandatory to be a nurse. However, due to World War II, all the nurses were pulled out into the battlefield. And then the rule of nurses only being cabin crew was removed. However, until recently, cabin crews were facing very strict control on not being allowed to be married and weight restrictions. But in the year 1960s and 1970s, many cabin crew unions have been formed which have made many sweeping changes, such as they were allowed to marry, weight constraints have been modified unless you're extremely overweight or unhealthy, and they were also allowed to make sure that physical and mental tests were conducted for their medical fitnesses to perform the roles and duties of a cabin crew. Airlines recognize cabin crew as a part of their team and air travel. To most of them, cabin crews are the face of their airline. Now let's figure out why 31st May has been selected to celebrate this cabin crew day. The feast day of Saint Bona of Pisa is on 29th May. She used to help large group of pilgrimage complete their pilgrim over 1,000 miles of distance. Saint Bona of Pisa is the patron of travelers and also flight attendants. But now this being 29th May and the last day of spring being 31st May, in the year 2015, certain countries across the globe decided to celebrate 31st May as International Flight Attendants Day, and from 2015 onwards is being followed globally. Having understood why 31st May is being selected as International Flight Attendants Day, I tried to collect few heroic moments of cabin crews or from the cabin crew industry. But there were so many that I had to shortlist only 5 to discuss in this video. The first one will be the case of Barbara Jane Harrison. Now this was a British Airways flight of flight number 712 on 8th April 1968. The aircraft type was Boeing 707. It had engine failure immediately after takeoff and an emergency landing was conducted. An emergency landing was done. Before the emergency landing could have been completed, the engine fell off and the entire aircraft started to catch fire. Now, Barbara Jane Harrison was posted in the aft of the aircraft on the starboard side, and she was reluctant to get out of the aircraft until and unless she made sure that each and every passenger has been evacuated safely. But while doing so, she lost her life. A total of 5 people have lost life, including Barbara Jane Harrison. And when her body was found, it was found with a physically disabled passenger whom she was helping. So guys, this is one great incident which I wanted to share with you, the incident of Barbara Jane Harrison. The second incident is the case of Neerja Bannert. I'm sure most of you are aware of it, but I'll just give a brief still. It was flight number Pan Am 73, 5th September 1986. 20 out of 360 passengers on board were killed. The flight was from Bombay to US. It was hijacked by Abu Nidal group. There were a couple of US citizens on the flight, and the whole purpose of this hijack was the Abu Nidal group wanted to take hostage of the US citizens. So they forced the cabin crew to collect all the passports of all the passengers. In this process, what Neerja did was collect few passports, hid them under a seat, and disposed a few in the waste bin. And after a few minutes, the terrorist group opened fire through a grenade, and during this process, a passenger had managed to open a door. And when this door was opened, Neerja took this as an opportunity, deployed the emergency evacuation slide, and started to evacuate passengers. And she stayed on board till she evacuated as many passengers as possible. And in the last minute, when she was evacuating or trying to save lives of 3 children, she lost her life in the gunfire. This is one heroic moment which I again wanted to share with you. The third event I wanted to share with you all is a case of human trafficking. I know it's quite surprising, human trafficking in airplanes. So this flight was from Seattle to San Francisco, Alaskan Airways. The cabin crew involved in this incident was Sheila Frederick. She was doing her regular service, and on 10 Alpha she found a girl around 10-year-old, and she was totally disturbed. The girl looked like she had gone through hell. This was a statement she had given out in media. And next to her was sitting a business person fully decked up in suit. Now when Sheila Frederick tried to make a conversation with this girl, this business person sitting next to the girl was not happy about it. So somehow the cabin crew convinced her to use the restroom, and before the girl could come to the restroom, Sheila Frederick went to the restroom, wrote a note saying, "Do you need any help?" and left a pen there. And when the girl came, she told that, "I'm being kidnapped and I need help." And after the girl moved back to 10 Alpha, Sheila went to the restroom, read the note. Upon reading the note, Sheila Frederick informed the pilot in command, who in return informed the ATC, and the ATC informed the San Francisco Police Department. Upon landing, San Francisco Police took the culprit into custody, and the girl's life was saved. This is another one interesting story which I wanted to share with you all. The fourth case is a case of medical emergency on board, which is quite common, and it so often happens that there would be a chance that there is no doctor on board. In 2013, Karen was flying 37,000 above Atlantic Ocean, and a passenger named Clary was suffering from chest pain. For the fate of Stephen, there was no doctor on board who was flying that day. Hence, Karen contacted ATC with the help of pilots and took guidance of experienced doctors at the airport via ATC communications and performed a CPR. Well, all cabin crew are trained on performing basic CPR, but however, these were much more prescribed instructions given from the ground, and passenger's life was saved. So the fifth and the final story is about a woman giving birth at 35,000 feet. Seldom we hear in media about mothers giving birth in flight. A woman once delivered a baby in a Turkish plane. The attendants of the plane on board quickly noticed that the 28-week pregnant woman was entering into a labor, and responded quickly and helped her deliver a baby at 40,000 feet above the ground. Guys, they even play the role of doctors sometime. Having seen 5 heroic stories, which I have handpicked from many heroic stories of cabin crew, now I have a few videos coming up of real life cabin crews sharing their experience flying across the globe. So let's have a look at those videos.
Hi everyone, my name is Anusha. I'm working as a cabin crew in one of the most leading airline. So I've been asked to answer for a few questions. So let's get started. Why did you want to be a cabin crew? So the reason is I wanted to start my career as soon as possible. Not only that, I'm naturally responsible and safety conscious. And I also love flying. So that is the most important reason I wanted to be a cabin crew. And the second one is, what you enjoy the most about being a cabin crew. So the unique and varied mix of passengers on every flight, the different emotions being felt by passengers, from newly married to business travelers and to once a year holiday makers. So that is one of the most exciting part of being a cabin crew member. And the third one is, what do you dislike about being cabin crew? Um, Not much, but no leaves or holidays on festivals or anniversary, except that everything is really good. And the last one, do you have any message for upcoming cabin crew? So, no profession is perfect. Everything has two sides. You always need to look on the positive aspects. That is how we grow professionally. And all the best for the upcoming cabin crew members. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Supriya. I'm a cabin crew working for an Indian airline. On this special occasion of International Cabin Crew Day, I'm here to share my experience as a cabin crew. Becoming a cabin crew was always my dream. I always thought that flying was a superpower. This job has given me the opportunity to travel to different places, meet new people every single day from different walks of life, and explore new things. The three things which I like the most about this job is traveling, makeup, and food. If I had to give a suggestion or advice to the upcoming crew or the cabin crew aspirants out there, I would like to tell you guys, no matter how difficult or tough the paths may seem right now, do not give up. Always have faith in your dreams because dreams do come true.
Hey everyone, this is Ahira. I'm a cabin crew working for an Indian airline. On this International Cabin Crew Day, I'm here to share my experience as a cabin crew. बहुत लोगों को लगता है कि that cabin crew are the people who only meant for serving food on board, but people who think like these are absolutely wrong, because they are the person who get you out in an emergency situation, and they are there for your safety and comfort. Each job has its pros and cons, but at the end of the day, being a cabin crew, it is a really great experience for me. We'll be having a good days and bad days, and we'll get lovely passengers and not so lovely passengers. But this is what all you want. If you really want to become a cabin crew, it is worth doing. So it is never too old to dream or to set a goal. It doesn't matter where you are from. Your dreams will be valid. So go for it. Fight for your dreams. Thank you. Bye.
Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing good, and my name is Satyasrika and I'm working with one of the best airlines. Thank you so much for making me a part of this video, and once again, happy International Flight Attendants Day. Bye.
Asked many questions regarding cabin crew, like why do you want to become a cabin crew, and what do you enjoy the most of being a part of a cabin crew, and what did you dislike about being a cabin crew. So friends, like everyone else, I too had a dream of flying ever since I was a little kid, a dream of becoming a cabin crew. But this dream was overshadowed when I started following the herd and went into the ID world. Soon I realized that I should give wings to my career, and here I am as a cabin crew. So my job brings me closer to the people from different walks of life. It's like visiting all the places at once. The most unparalleled part of this job is the uniform. The uniform makes me fall in love every day. Every time I wear my uniform, I feel that I'm becoming more pretty, becoming more confident, becoming more beautiful. It's the best part of this job. Guys, believe me. Just like every coin has two sides, this job also comes with some struggles, like having to choose between the festivals I want to celebrate with the families and letting go of the rest. Though my life does not have a traditional concept of weekends, my weekends may come on Friday or Saturday or Monday or Tuesday, but I don't have Monday blues in my life. I just wanted to say you that guys, life can be, there are many struggles in the life. You just have to choose the highest possible, and you just have to judge.
Hello everyone, I am Rahul Kumar and I am a cabin crew. So my first question is, why did you want to become a cabin crew? Well, why I wanted to become a cabin crew? Because I believe the qualities which are required in a good cabin crew that are in me. Firstly, I am very much punctual. When I was in school or college, I have never been late. I do take responsibilities and I'm open for other cultures. So my second question is, what do you enjoy the most about being a cabin crew? Well, what I enjoy the most is you get to travel the world. You travel to different cities, different countries, you meet different people with different nationalities, and the most important thing which I personally like is they pay you really good. So you can save lots and lots of money and you can do whatever you want to do. And daily you will work with a different set of crew, whether it's a flight deck crew or a cabin crew. I dislike being a cabin crew is only working on festivals. But other than that, I just love everything about my company. Message for upcoming cabin crew. Well, I do have a message for people who want to become a cabin crew. From my side, I'll say just go and give the interviews. If you have cracked the interview in first go, well and congratulations. If not, come home, write down the points and work on it. From my side, I'll say work on your confidence, your communication skills, which is the most important thing in the aviation and in today's world, and work on your body alignments and body postures. Thank you.
So, hello everyone, my name is Ritu. I'm a ground staff in one of the leading airlines, and I'm here because of the Mr. Chilka Prasad. So, I would like to thank him for giving me this opportunity. I think this is the best opportunity I can get because I never did such kind of videos before. So, once again, thank you, Mr. Chilka Prasad. So, let's get started with the questionnaires. So, here is the first interesting question. Why do you want to become a cabin crew? So I want to become a cabin crew because I find this fantastic flying profession is a combination of unique experiences and exciting challenges. I love traveling and exploring places. I love serving. Whenever I have guests at home, I most of the time I used to serve, and I have those qualities which a cabin crew need to have. So that is why this is the reason I want to become a cabin crew. So the second most interesting question is, what will you enjoy the most as a cabin crew? I think flying thousands of feet above the land and serving to lot of passengers sitting under a single roof from different countries with different cultures and values, different language spoken by them, and they gather to fly to their destination. So serving to uh, like hundreds and 180 passengers altogether above the land is the most enjoyable part for me if I get a chance. The last but not the least question is, what skills should a member of an airline's cabin crew be expected to have? So I would like to say that for this fantastic flying profession or a glamorous world, the aspirant need to have a lot of patience because you are going to serve a lot of passengers at a time, and there will be a lot of passenger with different thinking, so you have to manage all the things with a patient mind. Also, the second most important skill you need to have is punctuality. So this is the punctuality is very important because if you are punctual at your work, then you can achieve your target. So, and the third most important is you should be open to all cultures because you are going to meet many people with different cultures. So different cultures. So yes, all these quality is required. Have answered all the question quite well. So thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
Having seen the origin of cabin crew, evolution of cabin crew, and the importance of May 31st and few real life experiences, cabin crew keep crisscrossing the country, circumnavigating the globe. The unsung heroes come well prepared and trained for any array of circumstances, most of which occur at 35,000 feet or above. A crisis rarely takes place, and as a result, they are able to provide us the best mid-air hospitality available in their hands while also making sure that we reach our homes safely. So the next time you think cabin crew are there only to serve us, please rethink about it. And on this note, I would like to thank all the cabin crew who have stopped flying, all the cabin crew who are currently flying, and all the cabin crew who are aspiring to fly in the near future a very happy International Flight Attendants Day or a very happy International Cabin Crew Day. Till the next time, good day, bye bye.